All right, I'm going to mention some more attempts to shut me up about what the Maysville police did. This won't help those of you in Mason County unless you're shipped to other places, but it could help get investigation going. And really, with how many different places I've been and how many different people are involved in this, it would be worth the time for any investigator. It could help your career. It really could, especially if you're just starting out and you need something. 21st century slave ring operating within the United States. Few dozen conspirators to silence the victim of it. That's worth your time. We want to start with Greg Means, Casey County Detention Center. That was where I shipped from Mason County. I told him I was going to sue them. I was going to reveal what they were doing in court, subpoena what I needed to prove their crimes. He responded by emptying half a can of pepper spray at me. And then after that, they slandered me basically inside the jail, made some lie that I was in for child molestation when it was actually one endangerment, burglary, and a third-degree assault, and then tossed me in a cell where they knew that would have somebody coming after me, and that's what happened. That was documented. It's not just documents they have control of, but also documents that are already in the hands of the U.S. District Court. I listed the entire incident there. I listed dozens of people in a lawsuit I filed with EKCC. Now, how do I know they were trying to shut me up? Because I heard Bomer freaking out. Every day you send out another letter, every day he's doing something else. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm facing 20-year sentence I don't deserve. I'm serving, actually, at the time I was serving 20-year sentence I didn't deserve. Because of crimes committed by the cops, yeah, I'm doing everything I can to get them investigated. Who wouldn't? And this is another thing. How do these idiots working these county jails think I'm not going to overhear these conversations? It almost has to be intentional. They want me to know they're trying to shut me up. Or they would not have this conversation at the booking desk while I'm in a cell 10, 20 feet from the booking desk when we're all surrounded by cement blocks. They don't exactly absorb sound well, you know? I don't know, but I mean, they don't exactly hire Jeopardy champs to be county jail guards. But now I'm going to move on. I mentioned before Henderson County, Fulton County. That's where they send you to shut you up. Those are the harshest jails in the state. That's where they send you. They want to shut you up about the criminal acts committed by the local cops where you're at. Now, at Henderson County, I reported it to the Kentucky State Police Post there, and what happened was I knew that civil rights violations were investigated by federal law enforcement, so I asked two different employees at the jail, both high-ranking, if I could have, I think one of them was a major, I think it was both majors, how to contact a federal prosecutor. Each of them said, "This will get you hurt." The exact same words. Then they put me back the same cell I'd been in. There's a guy there I'd previously gotten along with just fine. So inside he wanted to fight me. The next day, they send in another guy. They move into the cell. He starts picking a fight with me as soon as he's there. I reported that. Now, if that's not a clear-cut case of trying to silence somebody to shut them up about federal crimes, I mean, you have them assaulted twice, you have people start fights with them twice, after saying this will get you hurt if they try to contact a prosecutor. I mean, could it be more obvious than that? Not really. Now, Lieutenant Mackin, or at the time he was lieutenant, basically dragged me into the only ISO cell. This was later on. Dragged me to the only ISO cell that didn't have a camera in it, and threatened me there. I knew. I mean, it's obvious why he'd drag you into a cameraless cell. Obvious what's going on there. And also there was an incident with Willett, Captain Willett there. Basically, they staged the whole thing. Brought me in front of this idiot that they had there. The old guy that worked there, I can't remember his name, and rank offhand, but doesn't matter. It's already in that civil rights lawsuit I filed at when I was at EKCC. So name's already on matter of public record. But what dragged me around, slammed my head into a wall half a dozen times to try to shut me up. Now, how do I know that this was an effort to silence me? Well, Payne, Trogdon, and Mackin all told me. Once again, ISO cell right next to the booking desk, and they said, what do they want? They want us to break him. So they basically spelled it out right there. I'll have more later in another video.